Good morning. Wow, it was a lovely Christmas day yesterday. Beautiful weather. I had a very peaceful, easy living style of day at home. Just ourselves, and it was a nice, quiet day. I'm happy to be back here doing our daily live streams, but I have an issue on the Be Live, so I'm just going to, if you could be patient, I am just going to pop back over to that and see if I can sort that one out. So I'm just going into my Facebook because that's where I seem to be having the issue at the moment, because it's still not coming up with anything but a blue screen. So I don't.
The issue at the moment.
Goody, goody. So you can hear me? I
Because
can
it's
hearing
still.
it now. Yes. Yay. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was going to have to restart the Be Live on the mytimetv.live page. But I do have the streaming happening in my eCam via Restream. So that's actually going out to Periscope, Twitch, Periscope, which is Twitter, but Periscope, Twitch, and the YouTube channel. So that's there, and the Boundy page on Facebook, and the Boundy card reading group on Facebook. So that's where the eCam and Restream is going. And what I've got the Be Live going into is the My Time, but it's done a refresh without going into my event, so I'm not sure what's happening there. There's different things that happen at times with our technology, isn't there? At least I'm live in the places I intended. So good morning to you, Tracy, and good morning to you, Linda. I'm hoping that you are still there and watching and it hasn't cut off those sorts of avenues. Anyway, what we're here for is the card spread, because I love doing those in the morning. I didn't actually do a spread even yesterday morning. I just relaxed into the day and we got moved forward with our Christmas celebrations, our little private space. So I'm going to change it over to the cards and we can get into the card spread. And that's that one. Oh, and it went and wobbled itself. It's not straight. I had it perfectly straight before. Oh, well, that's as good as we're going to get this morning, I think. So I've gone back to the 5-card spread this way. So we've got our work, we've got our home, the unexpected, your role, and the outcome. So that's the 5 cards as we're usually reading them. So now's the time to turn on that intuitive sense and get into your own gut reactions, feelings, and guidance from there. So yay, good, you're still here, Tracy. So that's great. Thank you. So anyone else on the YouTube or the other channels, whoops, I was just dusting off a piece of fluff. And I keep forgetting that it's a portable table. It's just a little fold up. It's the one I take to market days and the fairs. So the sun in that workspace is just, I loved it when I first saw that card go down. I thought, because I've actually got matching sunshine outside as the start of the day, it's wonderful. I really enjoy seeing that. It's just a perfect way to start a day with that beautiful sunshine. And here we've got that little sundial creating a smile. So anything that you're going to be working on today in work mode, whether it's a job or whether it's running your business or any other factor derivative of that, it's just going to bring a smile to your face. You're going to enjoy it. It's a beautiful day. You've got all that energy shining out from every angle of that sunshine. And it's just got a happy feel about it. It's got that gorgeous, strong energy of whatever you're wanting to do in your day, it's going to be possible. And it's going to bring that warmth and sunshine to your heart. Even if you're over on the other side of the world where it's snowing and freezing cold and everything, just feel how warm your heart is feeling. Feel the depths of what is this season, of what love can actually do in our lives. Because it is the essence and what was taught by Jesus himself as we finish. We celebrate his birthday yesterday, in whatever way you understand that, or just in having those good intentions for all the world, bringing and lifting our humanity upwards. So there we go. We've got that sunshine. Good morning, Mary. Lovely to see you here too. So we're going to move over to this card that's in the letters in the home space, because it is writing. Some of us do receive handwritten cards and that these days still. Just I have to admit that I've lost that doing that part of Christmas myself. I haven't written cards for a long time. And I suppose that comes a bit from the base of looking after Mother Earth and not cutting down the trees for that type of thing. And why technology itself is becoming more of an important factor because of the saving the environment, but then we've got other environmental factors that go into that. I'm not going to go into a lecture about that. I love to look after Mother Earth, but it is so nice to actually receive handwritten letters and cards and things. So I think in that home space, it's about expressing those personal feelings and factors and things within our family and friends. It is that personal level in the home space, and I think we can have that gorgeous interaction of sharing what we feel. And that's what I think this time of year is all about. It is actually being at that more at that closer level with our family and friends. And actually, if we can even dig even a little deeper in learning more about each other, what our loves and desires are, and what our expectations and goals are, and what we'd like to see in our world, and sharing that. So I really enjoyed that the letters were there, because it's probably something that I might end up doing today, is some handwritten something, because I do like handwriting. It's an enjoyable thing to do, just putting thoughts to paper. Bringing our child into the scene today, we've got the child in the unexpected position. So at any point in time, whether it's work or play, at home, we're going to have that playfulness of what our child likeness can be, not childishness. Let's discover what's the difference between childishness and childlikeness in all the wonderment and adventure that we've got ahead, what we can actually dream up, what we can actually, because that is a book that opens up with beautiful possibilities, all the stories we can create. And remember, those stories are some things that we tell ourselves too as we're living our lives, that sometimes what we're basing our understandings on can be just plain stories that someone else has made up. Remember to actually feel into your heart space as to what's the truth in your environment, people telling you what you're reading. Discern what feels right for you. And that's part of turning on that intuitive and gut feeling. Even for those senses, it doesn't have to be for fortune telling or mediumship or anything like that. For that, as well as it is our daily living. Connect into what your gut feeling's telling you. And that's where we open up our childlikeness, the innocence, and feeling that new sense each time of what we're experiencing, that we can then gauge with our gut feeling, is this right for me? Wow, I'd really like to do that, and follow through. All of those types of things. Have some play, but also know that that play can be a base for what is a reality in our lives as well. So that's in our lives. It's not just in our plays, not just our storytelling. It can be that beautiful innocence bringing forward what is something new and exciting for us. So, and that's going to be popping into our day unexpectedly, however many times a day she's needed or he's needed. That childlikeness. Here we come into that books in our role. So we've got the connection with the writing or the words again, learning new things. Here we've got the book with the child and learning new things. Here's the light that's shining on all of this, remember. So it's just so exciting. I loved these 4 cards as I saw them spread out. I thought, wow, really nice, because I love reading too. Maybe it's time for you to start writing a book, even, going that one step further from just writing personal letters or putting your ideas down there. Here's the ideas really getting down into paper and coalescing so that you're actually creating something that's specifically yours. It is your words. And even if you're writing in a dear diary or something like that, it is still your words. Understand how important our words actually are for us living by our communication, because if we can't communicate, how do others understand us? Yeah, there certainly is the Auslan, there's other sign languages and that are forms of communication for those who are deaf, but most people can still write. There is, I suppose, even in those who are blind, they still have a form of writing in the braille. All sorts of different ways of being able to communicate and write. So let's delve into that a little more. It is our role to actually help each other to understand, using our words, using our sight for reading those words. Even when you are communicating, you need another on the other side of that communication to understand what you are writing, what you're communicating. It is a two-way factor. There needs to be two people to communicate. And yet then there's sometimes where you need to be creating and communicating with yourself, that pathway that's to your soul, to be able to understand more of yourself too. So yeah, I suppose sometimes it might not be that. It might not be two. It could be the one, but then it's the two personas of self, or the three or the four. There's so many facets of who we are as individuals too. So much to delve into with our understandings. Okay, so lovely card to have is that books in your role. I think it's wonderful. So I'm probably going to spend another day just, having a bit more of reading in my day. And we're moving now into the fox that's sitting in our outcome. And I looked at that and thought, but then my eye went straight to the rooster as far as standing sentinel. And that, I feel, is what we're standing sentinel. What sort of work do we need to be doing today? Is there some work? I know I've got to go and do a little load of washing after yesterday. So there's a few little practical things. Christmas isn't a day that's. There's always going to be a work component, a doing something component that we need to plan out every day. And Fox does that, plans out. Wily Fox works out things, what's next. Usually it's to do with food and following up what its needs are. Here we've got the rooster protecting his coop, and that's where my eye went. It was that standing sentinel, having the awareness, and certainly that stance of being ready at any point in time to defend. And I felt, and look after his coop, look after the chickens in his care. It just felt, there's the fence. It's sitting on the fence. Sometimes it is that we can just sit, and this is where I felt it was really good, especially as far as the reading, the writing and the reading and playing. We're safe in that space. That Rooster's looking after everything. Fox is going about what Fox needs to go about, and there is that little bit of work in it, but we've got a lot of play today. I'm loving that we've got a lot of rest to do what we need to. If you feel that you are going to work, yes, it's still going to be that joyful type of energy around it today. We've had fullness yesterday. Most of us will have. For those who haven't, feel the sunshine today. Another day toward what is going to be better. Certainly going to be better next year than it has been this year. But for some, it's been a wonderful year. It's all a matter of perspective. Look at where your awareness is and your perspective is, especially in that by the end of the day you'll see, now are you more the fox or are you more the rooster, or are you more the chickens and the chicken and the chooks, like the mother chooks and the chickens in the coop, being protected and feeling safe, playful, and doing what you need to. Okay, so I'm feeling that it's time to move on now into the next day and the next day. We're going to progress into the possibilities. It's just so much that is possible that put your mind to creating that is better than what it's been this year. So much has been out of our control, but so much has been within it. We can take care of each other. If we're still required to wear the mask, wear the mask. If we still need to keep the distance, we need to keep the distance. And all that will grow into eventually that not being needed again, and we can move around as free as we were before. Let's move that into the realm of reality again, and care for each other, love each other, self, and all that is about us for our humanity. Thank you for being here for this reading this morning, and the little glitch at the start. Oops, don't know what happened there. But look, it's life. So continue being the best person that you can be, and namaste until tomorrow morning. Bye for now.